Hi, group discussion, GD, and overview. Group discussion, GD, overview. GD is a participation in a systematic way on a particular topic, not a versatile mass to score points. Difference between group discussion and debate. Debate, either winning or losing. Discussion, expressions of your points of view and respecting another's point of view. A debate is a perfect situation for expressing intense emotions. A GD, however, uh, calls for a lot more maturity and logic. Group discussion. Group discussion is extensively used along with personal interviews for the final selection of candidates for admission into personal course and job in job interviews. It helps in selecting the big best among the candidates. All candidates and are placed on an equal footing. Actually, it is a long designed as a situation test wherein candidates group worthiness and potential as employee can comes out explicitly. It is good designed as a situation test to see a candidate's ability to express himself amid as per peer presence and something peer pressure. Teacher of GD. GD is an exchange of ideas among individuals for a group on a specific topic, used as reliable testing their device as one of the tools to assess all the candidates from a group to one go in order to select the most positive, competitive, and spirited most lot. An informal discussion in which participants of some educational standards experience discusses a topic of current interest. Uh, Known as leaderless discussion, it means it aims it to find out the natural leadership qualities of the candidate conducted in a competitive mode helps you come across as a person with a sound logical reasoning and the ability to expect others viewpoint nature. The dynamics of the group will stimulate each participant to reveal his or inherent natural leadership qualities in a spontaneous manner as all the participants are rebels there is bound to be competition and a clash of interesting one thing. In this free of all act, you have to manage yourself another gate and get to corporation of the group by your continuously relating to situations as a keep developing and changing. Each one in the group would be keen to top in the discussion resulting in the two good deal of rivalry and maneuvering of situations of advantage. GD is verbal oriented performance, and you have to talk your way out with one's gift of the a gap of power of expression. The GD requires verbal display in the knowledge of the connected. Only one remains allowed by adapting himself herself to changing situations as they emerge, and only those who utilize the opportunities with enterprise imaginations and tech can come out successfully. Under duty, circumstances, the conduct and behavior of each candidate will bring to the surface his or her natural leadership. What all the tested observed leadership, conveniencing capacity, knowledge, and management, logical reasoning, self confidence, diplomacy, knowledge, assertiveness, communication skill, team spirit, presence of mind, attitude, personality, empathy, respect for others. The above are tested in a city. So, initiation or start. There is always an advantage if the initiation is perfect as the opening. However, it does not matter. Doesn't mean that one has to start first forever. First and whenever one start first or second or fifth or in any order, if one can initiate his view in the view manner, the impact will be positive. So initiation technique. Initiating a UD high profile high loss strategy and using one only if you have a depth knowledge about the topic at hand. Do not steam or stutter quote wrong facts and figures. How to make a good first impression when you start? Quotes. Quotes are an effective way to initiating a ZD. Example for a ZD topic like customer is king. You could quote some Walmart, Walton famous saying, there is only one boss, the customer, and he can fire everybody and the company from the chairman one down simply by spending his money somewhere else. Definition. Start a GD by defining the topic or an important term in the topic. Example, if the topic of GD is why soft skills are important, why not start with? As we know, soft skill is a sociological term relating to a person EQ, the cluster of personality traits, social graces, communication, language, personal habits, friendliness, and optimizing that characterize the relationship with others people. The power of question is really asking a question in an impactful way to starting a GD. It doesn't signify asking question to any of the candidate in GD so as the hamper the flow. It is implies asking question and answering it as well. For a topic like should India go to war with Pakistan, you could start by asking why. What does war bring to the people of a nation? We have had 4 clashes with Pakistan. The pertinent question is what have we achieved? Facts, figure, and statistics. If you decide to initiate your duty with facts, figure, and statistics, make sure you quote them accurately. The approximation of allowed to macro levels figures, but macro level uh, figures need to be correct and accurate. For example, you can say approximately 70% of the Indian population stays in rural areas. Macro figure approximation allowed. So, but you cannot say 30 states of India instead of 28 macro figure, no approximation. Staying wrong facts work on the more government general statement. Use a general statement to put the GD in the proper perspective. For example, if the topic is should you another person be the Prime Minister of India, you could start by saying before jumping to conclusion like yes should be or no should not be. Let's first find out the qualities and need to be a good Prime Minister in India. Then we can compare the these qualities to current younger generation perspective. This will help us reach the conclusion in a more objective and effective manner. Summarization, closing. Most cities do not really have conclusion. Keep the following point to mind while summarizing a discussion. Avoid raising new points. Avoid starting only your viewpoint. Avoiding dwelling only one aspect of the duty. Keep it brief and concise. If it must incorporate all the important points there came out during the duty. If the examiners ask you summarize the duty, it means the duty has come to an end. Do not add anything once the duty has been summarized. So important point. Build your knowledge base, analyze issue from various angles, maintain a positive attitude, stay motivated and excited about the upcoming challenges. Stay focused and competitive. See things from the other person's viewpoint and respect if when you feel strongly disagree. Do objective. Make original points and support them with substantial reasoning. Listening to the other participants actively and carefully. Whatever you say must be with the logical flow and validate it with an example as far as possible. Make oral accurate statements modified moduled to Olympic and tone. Be considered to fulfilling of the others. Try to be to tone. Be active and dynamic participant violation. Talk with confidence and self. Don't obsede. Being shy, nervous, avoiding skipping or turn, interrupting another participant before his argument are over. Change opinions. Do not make fun of any participant, even if his argument are funny. Do not engage yourself to sub group conversation. Do not repeat the point. Do not talk pessimistic. Do not point your finger or thumb in the table. Do not deviate from the topic. Divide from the topic. Do not raise your voice in unnecessary. Who gets selected? The person who expressed his ideas well. The person with sound argument and demonstrate keenness and interest. The person who has sufficient knowledge of the subject and is able to convey. Person who applies logical studying approaches, a person who has a positive attitude and is also assertive. Most important, the person who has a tendency of a corporate and who coordinates the group. What is state observed during the group discussion? Leadership, convincing capacity, knowledge, time management, logical reasoning, self-confidence, diplomacy, knowledge, assertiveness, communication skill, team spirit, presence of mind, attitude, rationality, empathy, respect of others. GD will be only 10 minutes with feedback of 10 minutes. Sample topics, skills are greater than degrees and years. How would you use your academic system advantages of a cashless economy? How can you contribute better your country's growth? How can you overcome by bullying India's village, your strength or your weakness? How can make politicians accountable? Why is first impression important? Who influence today's teenagers, future parents and trends, the future of cryptocurrencies, advertisements of TV all glittered and no truth aware. What are you views about these movie expression in the threads of your OTT platforms, impact of social and developing sites or people's mental health, online versus online, offline learning ecosystem, are you support of in or against? Okay. It is youth of Indian conflict or confusions, mental versus physical fitness. What you feel is more important? Extracurricular activities should be more made compulsory in school. Should the practices of yoga be made compulsory in school? WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, killing creativity. How do you feel about this? By social media affecting eating habits, joint family or single family setup? What is its choice, or what do you appreciate? The global warming cases, effective situations, organic food expensive. Should the nation's anthem be played in the theater? Social media addiction by young kids and adults. Would you read a book of was maybe based on the book and Harry Potter, Chetan Bhagat book and movies based on them? Three Idiots, Two States of different. Is having confidence more important or having knowledge? Or are we too dependent on our mobile phones, life without phones, or teamwork, or versus individuals work, social media impact on human behavior and society? Should uniforms be mandatory in school? Generation gap, so how to deal with heat? Are celebration treated unfairly by the media? Effects on video games on building? Is a consumer really king of India in super superior in Indian companies is or patriotism confident being anti-Pakistan is healthcare especially councilized will providing leads and less corruption are cooperative relevant in today's globalized environment. Should students get more involved in politics? These are the some sample topics of GD. So, thank you.